Okay, let's dive into this. We're about to tackle one of life's biggest and, let's be honest, scariest challenges: change. It can totally knock us off our feet, right? But what if I told you there's a way to not just get through it, but to actually master it? Let's get into it. 36. So, what's with this number? It's not just some random number I pulled out of a hat. It actually has a pretty profound meaning for every single one of us. Yep, that's it. 36 is the average number of major life disruptions, life quakes, we'll all face. Things like graduating, losing a job, moving to a whole new city. And here's the real kicker: the change itself isn't what causes the most pain. It's when we fight it, when we resist it, that we turn that pain into long-term suffering. So, how in the world do we navigate this stuff? I want you to think about it with this analogy. Imagine your life is a ship sailing along, and a big change comes along like a storm, and boom, shipwreck. To survive, you need a plan, a guide. And that's exactly what we're going to build right here. It all boils down to 3 essential steps. First, you've got to find your life raft. That's your diverse identity. Second, you need to use your compass. Those are your core values. And third, well, you've got to start paddling, which means taking action. So let's start with that raft. All right, step 1, find your raft. So the ship's gone down, there's chaos all around you. What's the absolute first priority? Survival, right? You need something to cling to. When change just wrecks one part of your life, the key is to hold on for dear life to the other parts of who you are. So this life raft, it's a part of your identity that stays stable, even when everything else feels like it's sinking. For example, if you only see yourself as a programmer and then AI comes along and threatens your job, that's a full-blown crisis. But if you're a programmer and a loving parent, a great friend, a pretty decent cook, the threat to that one area just doesn't feel as catastrophic. Think of it this way. Having all these different roles is like having a spare bedroom. If your master bedroom is being completely renovated, you're not sleeping on the street, right? You've got a safe place to go. These other identities that give you that exact same stability while you rebuild the part of your life that just got hit by the storm. And this isn't just some nice idea. Look at Olympic speed skater Niels van der Poel. He won 2 gold medals in 2022, and he said his success came from working hard on his identity as a great friend. He made sure to make time for hikes and pizza with his buddies, no matter how crazy his training got. His self-worth wasn't just tied to winning, and that freed him up to compete without fear, because he knew that win or lose, he was so much more than just his results on the ice. Okay, so you've found your raft, you're stable, you're floating. That's huge. But floating around aimlessly isn't the goal, right? You need to find your way to a new shore. And that is where your compass comes in. It's time to figure out your core values. Your core values are basically the why behind what you do. They're the real reasons you loved certain activities before everything changed. And here's the cool part. Even if the activity itself is gone, the value it gave you can be found again, just in different ways. So how do you find them? You've got to look beneath the surface. Let's say you lose a job that you absolutely loved. Ask yourself, what did I really value about it? Was it just the paycheck? Or was it that feeling of collaboration, of being part of a team? Once you identify that core value, teamwork, you now have a compass pointing you toward finding that same feeling, maybe in a new job, a volunteer group, or even a local sports team. The author of Master of Change, Brad Stulberg, he went through this himself. After a nasty leg surgery, he couldn't be an elite long-distance runner anymore. But he stopped and thought about it and realized what he truly valued was regimented physical practice. So what did he do? He replaced running with a super dedicated weightlifting practice, and he got that same core value satisfied in a totally new way. Which brings us to our final and maybe most crucial step: start paddling. Look, you've got your raft for stability, you've got your compass for direction, but none of that means anything if you just drift. It is time to take action and start experimenting, all guided by your values. And I can't think of a better example than the tennis legend Roger Federer. Back in 2013, a serious back injury could have ended his career. But instead of giving up, he leaned on his core values: competition and excellence. So he got busy. He started experimenting. He developed this new killer backhand and a more aggressive style so the matches would be shorter, putting less stress on his back. And by 2017, he was having one of the best seasons of his entire career. And all of this, the raft, the compass, the paddling, it all comes together in this one powerful idea: rugged flexibility. It means being absolutely firm, unshakable in your core values. That's your compass. But being totally flexible in how you live them out. That right there is the secret to mastering change.
So, you see, in the end, change gives every single one of us a choice. We can fight it, we can wish for how things used to be and basically just make ourselves miserable, or we can accept it, find our raft, get our compass out, and start paddling toward a brand new shore.
And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this quote: change itself is neutral. It's not good, it's not bad. It only becomes positive or negative based on how we respond to it, based on what we do with it. We have the power to navigate the chaos and build a new kind of stability. So I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. The next time that inevitable storm of change hits your life, ask yourself this: what part of my identity is going to be my life raft?